Hi everybody, welcome back to Donna's Dreamworks, Paper Dreamer 1 here on YouTube. I'm doing about my last of the Christmas decorating. I'm filming this on Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, and all I can tell you is the turkey got stuffed and so did we. I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving, and now we have to be on to the next holiday. I pretty much decorated all of my house for Christmas. My outside lights are up and were on last night, so it was very pretty. And I have one more thing that I need to do, and that's the lantern that goes in the middle of my dining room table. I left that for the fall as the only token of fall because of the guests coming for Thanksgiving. So I'm going to move the camera down and we're going to see what we can figure out to put here. I'm probably going to have a Christmas type bow on it, but most of it will look more winter than actual Christmas. So that I can just change out a few things after the holiday and not have to redo it all again until I change it out for spring. So I'll be right back. I'll move my camera down and we'll see what we can do. Okay, here we are back down. This is the tray that I use on the table. Comes in handy because like yesterday I put the turkey in the middle of the table, took this off so I could just pick up the whole arrangement. This is the lantern that I use. And I'm not putting any kind of a placemat or anything down on here. I'm going to take out my candle and just check to see. I think I could probably use some new batteries. Everything you own here takes batteries. So just a second, I'm going to go get some new ones. Okay, here I am back again, and this is considerably brighter than it was. So I'm going to leave it off for now, and I will put it on its timer a little later in the evening. I do have inside some of these berries that I have on the outside. There's just a little candle ring made of them on the inside, and I'm just going to see if I can kind of push these up a little bit. They're really red, white, and blue. I use them all year long. And let me just see. I'm thinking maybe a few silver flowers in there might be nice. See how that looks. I'm going to put one in the back corner. Because this is on a table that you can see it all the way around. These are pretty. They have like rhinestone centers, you see? And they do make a nice little shine. I'm sure these are Dollar Tree. I tell you, you really can't go wrong from most of the flowers that you find at the Dollar Tree. They're really pretty. Now, as I mentioned, I said I was going to do more winter than Christmas, and I immediately put poinsettias in. But these are something that you can change out quite easily after the holiday. And we'll get one more in there. I love these rhinestone stamen, I guess you call them. Yeah, they're really beautiful. I'm sorry. I get to talking to myself when I'm working, and I find out I'm not talking loud enough to be heard on the camera. So I do apologize. Okay, so there's that. Now, I'm going to start with some greenery, and this is just a piece of a garland that I've used in other places in the house. I bought a 9-foot piece at Michael's. They had them on sale for $4. So I needed some for my outside table, and so I did that. And I didn't need it all. All I'm doing now is touching every one of these to fluff them out, give them a little life and character. I'm not sure I need all of this, but we're going to see if I can make it work. I think I can. Oh, it's going to be actually perfect, I think. And these are not elaborate decorations. Now I'm going to put my berries back in. And my berries are wrapped in lights that I've just now buried the box. And they'll just kind of lay on top of this greenery. And what I'm going to try to do is pull some of the greenery up and around the berries. I'll snug this right down in here. And my lantern keeps moving. And I can't get around the back of this, so I have to keep moving it around. I think my lights are pretty well up top. Let's just snap them on and see. Okay. Now I have these 4 little picks that I got at Michael's. They had 50% off on all of their picks, Christmas picks. And so this was originally $149 with 50% off. And I'm going to just see if I can put these in the corners. There, very nice. Okay, I like that. The other picks I got that were snowy, I got these at the same time at Michael's, so we're just going to see how these look kind of going around. Might be a little bit too big. Oh, I like that. That's pretty. This one's not quite as bushy, so I'll put that one in the front. of this mess. Okay. And actually, oh, this one is pretty flocked. I think I'm going to change this one. Some of them seem to be more flocked than others, so I think I will change this one out for this one and put that in here. Kind of matches the other one better, you can see. And I will put this one in the back. There you go. I mean, I don't think there's a whole lot more that I want to do with those, except I've now pretty much buried my lights, so I guess I want to get those out front a little bit more again. Let's see. Which may be a challenge because they're wrapped around those the berries. There we go. A winter wonderland. Very pretty, huh? I like that. I do have a few pine cones that I can set around in here, and these actually came from my backyard. My neighbor went out and collected them, and I did make a wreath with them, and I will show you that when I do my tour. But I do have a few left that we might be able to just place around. That one's kind of, that one looks like a squirrel got it before I did. There you go. I think that's about all I'm going to put there. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so now I'm going to make the bow. And I'm going to just set this aside so I can work on the bow here. I'll be back in just a minute and we'll get that to going. Okay, here I am back again. I'm going to put these two together to make like a little swag. I'm not sure I'm going to use it, only because the things that go around the side of the lantern are so high that it might be too much, but I think if I don't bring them down too low, they'll be okay. So I'm going to give it a try. All I have to do is remove the bow from the swag if I don't like it, and cut these little things apart. So I'm using nice long tie wraps, which of course I don't need, and that's wasteful. However, they're much easier to handle than some of these short ones. Okay, now we'll set that aside. And I have these three ribbons I'm going to use. This red, this white Christmas tree, and this green with the berries and pine cones. So I'm going to do the funky bow, and I'm going to do the 30 inches, although I do not expect that I will keep my tails as long as that. But I'd rather have the tails long, and I can shorten them than to have them too short. There's nothing I can do to make them longer. So I'm cutting 3 pieces of each ribbon at 30 inches. Now these are all 2.5, and I don't normally use all 2.5, but I did not have any 1.5 except in silver, and I really wanted it in gold. So I'm going to try it with the 2.5 and see what happens. I don't know what your Thanksgiving Day was like where you live. It was really rainy all day here, which is kind of unusual for us. But it certainly is something that in the wintertime Florida needs, because after hurricane season and tropical storm season, we go right into dry season, and we literally can go months without rain, so that by springtime things are so dry that there's a lot of fires. So this helps a little bit right now. Of course it won't last, but it's a good start. Okay, I'm going to do a quick dovetail, and I know you've seen these 100 times. I just fold them in half, and you can either go from the bottom up, that's not tight, or you can go from the fold down. This one I'm going from the bottom up. You always want to end at the fold. I mean, make the point down at the bottom of your ribbon so that your dovetail shows. Okay. Okay, let's not hurry the process. I know you've all seen dovetailing 100 times. So this will just be 101. This ribbon, actually all three of these ribbons I got at Sam's. They did have some pretty ribbon. I was a little late in getting there, so a lot of it had been picked over, but they did still have some pretty ones. I particularly like this one with the berries and the pine cones. And you can see I have cut them wrong before. As you see, there's a point on the end of that one. So, as many times as I've done it, sometimes you're just not paying attention. And guess what? Okay, I don't really have lots of room to spread these out, but I will just put them in 3 piles. Okay, and I'm just going to start with this one, and I'm going to go to 10 and to 20 and squish them together. I'm getting a 5-inch loop. Okay, all of these ribbons are single-sided, so you see that the back one is upside down, so you have to go behind here and just grab it and give it a twist and bring it around to the front. Now I think I'll do the white one next. 10 and 20. Five-inch loop. And go the opposite direction. And this one again is upside down, so I'll go in the back and I'll twist it. On to the red. 10 and 20. 5-inch loop this way, in the back, and twist it around. Okay, back to the beginning. And I look like I'm doing them backwards to you, don't I? That's because I'm doing them left-handed. You know, we're the only ones in our right minds, don't you? That's an old joke. But being left-handed, I think I've heard them all. Ten, 20. That kind of made a whoopsie-ding loop. Twist it. White, red. 10 and 20. When I finish here, I'm going to go deliver leftovers. Well, my sister and her husband were here, and as usual, I make enough for 14, even though there was 8. So we have some leftovers. One more threesome, and then I'll find out that I do not in fact have my pipe cleaner down here, so I will have to reach for one of those. You get quite a handful. All 3 of these are heavy ribbons. Well, this one's not too heavy, but the other 2 are. Because the last one's going to give me problems. I've mentioned this before, but I have more glitter around my house right now. And I don't know what. It seems that every year more and more things are covered with glitter. Use a white one. Okay, I'm gonna go under my, put it in the middle, under my thumb. And I'm going around the back of it and just squish it in between these 2 fingers and put this one in between these 2 fingers. And I've not let go of the bow. Now I'm just going to pull as hard as I can and twist. And there's a hot mess. So now comes probably the most important part. Let's get these bows all nicely puffed, and the tails where they should be. And I can definitely see that these tails are going to be too long. They'll come right down over the lantern. So, okay, let me get this on this little gizmo here, because I have to flatten it out again to okay, and I'm going to cut a piece of this red to tie it onto the lantern with. So I will just turn this over, squish the bow I just fixed, find the middle of the ribbon, put it face down, and go in this tie. Now we can cut these off. And I'm going to bring this lantern back. And well, oh, here it is. I lost my ties. And you can see, obviously, these tails are way too long. And what I'm doing here, whoops, wait a minute. What I'm doing here is I'm going to bring this down and tie a bow. Oh, this is very glittery ribbon. And I will be cleaning, well, I've almost tied a bow. There we go. No, I didn't. I didn't even tie a bow. Okay, bow challenge. I can't do this sideways. Hold on. I gotta move it towards me. Thank you. Much easier when you can see what you're doing, I think. I was beginning to think I needed to go back to kindergarten and learn how to tie a bow again. Which always proved a challenge because they had to teach me how to do it left-handed. Okay. I think I'll just give this a little bit of a angle. Okay, now onwards and upwards here. And I'm not going to make you sit and watch while I do this for the next half hour. What I'll do is I'll shut this off and I'll come back and get you some pictures when I've got it all fluffed up and trimmed. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, everyone, here it is, all trimmed and puffed. Let's see if I can see. In now and get it on the table, and let's see if I can get me here. Okay, I'm going to get this on the table and then I will take some pictures of it on the table. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. So I will be back with some final pictures. And I won't see you again, so everybody have a great weekend. I hope everybody had a happy and healthy Thanksgiving, and we'll look forward to the next uh, Christmas. See ya. Well, here it is, all lit up. It really came out pretty. And it happens that one of my Christmas trees lights up behind it and reflects in that mirror. It really is pretty. That's just a little tree. I have 3 more full-size trees. So I have to finish doing this table. Probably going to be Saturday morning when you see this video, even though I'm doing it Friday night. I've got to stop now and get dinner ready. Wonder what we'll have for dinner tonight. I think probably turkey. Isn't that the best part of Thanksgiving, the leftovers? So that's it for today. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll talk with you soon. I think the next video will probably be a tour of some of my Christmas decorations. So we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.